Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. There we go. What up? Hey. I cannot hear you. Okay, speak.
Hello, how are you?
There we go, there we go. Speak again.
Hello, how are you? How are you?
Gonna bring down your volume just a little bit. Okay, think we're good to go. Let's hop in here. This is gonna look like what we typically stream, right?
Yeah, of course. This is gonna be on par, unusual. Let's get everywhere. I found a place that we can boogie.
Wow. These are not the kinds of games I usually play, everybody, just FYI. So I'm gonna be bad.
Oh, we're live. We're
Yeah,
live.
yeah, we're live.
Okay.
And this video is not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, in contrast
Jesus
to
Christ.
many YouTube channels.
I've just seen the screen, Adam. Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? It's the holiday cheer version, I guess.
Oh wow. Okay. Do I need to share this everywhere, review? Prep.
Yeah, share it everywhere.
Okay. Xenosaurian says, I see you're a big fan of Raid Shadow Legends.
I'm not. Everything else is still locked. Like, I have only done some initial battles. I did what I needed to get the alien and the predator, which do look pretty sweet, I must be honest.
Is it an actual event then? Or
Kind of. I'll show you once you're done sharing. Guess I'll do a little battle real quick. Well, I need to unlock some more alien stuff actually, so let's do... Must spend energy.
okie dokie.
Let me know when you're ready. Oh, I can't even use the alien and predator on that fight. Let's see. I can in here though. Squip says, I think we need an explanation about what this game actually is. I have no idea either, so I'm not the one to help you with that.
Getting there, Adam. I'm getting there.
I guess I shouldn't play on auto because that's not as interesting, is it? So yeah, you can just have the game play itself for you. I've discovered, like, at double speed.
That sounds absolutely thrilling.
But if I... Let's see, do I have to do this character? Can I do a different character? Yeah, because it's that character's turn. Okay. So now it's the alien's turn.
Schwip says the advertisement video looked great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, say what you will about, is it Palladium? I don't know how to pronounce that developer slash company or whatever, but they do have amazing artists and video animators.
That's there. They did a really good trailer for the Soldiers Inc. as well, didn't they? Back in the day. I was like, what, 10 years ago, something like that?
Has it been that long, man? Jeez. Yeah, they did. It was kind of a shorter trailer. It was just kind of a Predator in the mist.
But it still looked good. It was quite atmospheric.
Yeah, it did look good. So
I guess a lot of the budget goes on advertising.
Let me know when you're in the game so I can start talking about stuff.
I'm just sharing onto the groups.
So how we doing today, everybody? Happy Sunday. Hello, Sabian Wilson. White Badlands says, congrats on getting another interview with Dan. Yeah, that's next weekend. I'm quite looking forward to that. It should be fun.
Okay, I'm done. I'm watching the stream now.
Okay, so you're watching the stream. So, I guess, from my understanding, Raid Shadow Legends is like a fantasy turn-based kind of battle action RPG type game that is very much designed to extract as many microtransaction purchases from you as possible. Now, if you're only interested in the Alien and Predator stuff, you can get the Alien for free with this Xenomorph Chase event here. And all you have to do to complete this Phase 1 is log in for a week straight. So if you open the game for 7 days in a row, you get the Xenomorph. If you keep going for 2 weeks, you get other awards, and then Phase 2 has some other criteria you have to complete to get like a avatar and some other stuff, other goodies. So I'm working on this one right now. The Predator's a little different. It is part of the Champion Pass, so that is a paid like battle pass type thing. It really did not take me that long to unlock. So you just get the Elite Pass, I guess, and you unlock the Predator here. So the designs for the Alien and Predator have been the topic of some conversation. People saying they look like improved versions of the Alien Earth Xenomorph and deck. Some people saying that. So here is our Xenomorph. Looks very cool. I'm actually playing this game on Steam. I thought this was a mobile-only game, so that's why I'm streaming it right now, because I can play it on PC.
Zoom in on his chest.
Yeah, they brought the ribcage back.
It's kind of hard to call it Steve, though, isn't it? I mean, it's missing.
It's not Steve. I mean, it's almost like a merge of the Romulus and the Earth designs, because the tubing here is kind of similar to Romulus here.
The protruding rib cage is a bit more
yeah,
Romulus, isn't it?
Yeah, the dorsal tubes being short like that look kind of like Earth, so it is pretty different than the Earth design, but pretty cool looking, honestly, for a Xenomorph design. I'm impressed.
Scaddy says their website said it's not deck and it's a new Yautja based off of Badlands.
Oh, okay.
So It's inspired by a deck, I
Where
guess.
do you have the link for that? Because I'd be curious to read up on that. But yeah, this deck inspired, I guess. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's an older deck, but no, just deck inspired. But very cool spear he's got going on there. The dreadlocks are more of a traditional size and the traditional position, but the mask is pretty similar to Dex. Again, just an awesome looking Predator. Like, even their stuff for Soldiers Inc. was, some of the designs there, like if you go to ArtStation and look at the artist's work for those, were just amazing.
It does look really good, though. Let's be fair. I mean, it misses the fishnet, like all modern Predators seem to miss the fishnet. But that's a really nice interpretation.
We do have some lore here. I don't know if you want me to read all this. I guess I could. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Sorry,
Okay.
I muted that. Yeah, go for it.
So, Predator in here is part of the Lizardmen group of champions, I guess.
I already love this.
Okay. Our world is just a proving ground for that thing. We are all mere trophies to be mounted on its wall. Pray you never see the shimmer of its cloak, for you will be slain before the night is done. Wallmaster Orthorian. Okay. Lore time. That's right, Gregory. For the Yacha, there is no greater glory than finally overcoming their opponent after a long, grueling battle. The rush of adrenaline as they deliver the killing blow, the hot spurt of their prey's blood as it splatters across their armor, and carving a mighty trophy from their still warm body. To become formally recognized as a true-blooded Yacha, a young predator must take part in a ritual hunt to prove their courage, strength, and honor to their clan. There is no grand pageant complete with feasting and revelry, nor is it a desperate fight for survival. It is a sacred trial where a Yacha will either ascend to join their kin if they succeed, or be cast out as a failure. Protocol dictates that young Yacha stalk a particular malignant beast for their ritual hunt. For the predator that is later found its for the predator that later found its way to Teleria to hunt a well-documented beast would be too simple, too easy. No, the skull that hangs from their wall must be a marvel. The blood that adorns their armor must be from something that no other predator has claimed. To find such a beast, however, required a journey outside of the known galaxy and to a world that had yet to fall prey to the Yacha. This upstart predator eventually found its hunting ground, at the end of an unmapped wormhole on the very edge of known space. As its scout ship was violently ejected toward the planet below, the predator had no time for fear. Armed with the time-honored weapons of its people, it emerged from its crashed vessel, ready to face this planet's panoply of vicious beasts. Its welcoming party was not the one it had hoped for. It was a single human farmer, cowering before the towering invader and making the mark of its god. As wily as humans were, one of their skulls would not do, especially one of a weakling like this. The predator activated its camouflage, melting away before the farmer's eyes and disappearing into the wilderness. The peasant thanked Lumaya for answering his prayers, though the sight of such a monster would never leave him. The predator ranged across Teleria, seeking that one trophy would place them above all other Yacha, from feral dangerous creatures to elven princelings, orc chieftains, organ enforcers, and rabid skinwalkers, all fell to the thrust of its combi stick, heads mounted, but they did not satisfy. The undead held little sport either, lacking the verve for life that made mortal prey so thrilling. Eventually, it found its match in the infernal and the immortal. Many a demon spawn locked blades with those of the interstellar hunter, foul magic clashing against Yacha technology, yet the predator failed to claim the trophy it so desired. A demon spawn mortal husk quickly disintegrated upon death, its screaming soul being captured back to the wretched spawning pit from which they crawled. Nothing remained of them for the predator to take. Whew, there's a lot of lore here. You still there?
Keep going, man. Keep going. Yeah, sorry. I'm sat here eating a donut.
Oh, okay. As a tale of this extra planar warrior reached the higher strata of Cyroth's hierarchy. The true Hellions of Anathrid emerged to set down their challenge. The predator became prey as an endless array of demon spawn tried to claim its head as a trophy. One denizen of Enthrad who pursued the Yautja was Black Mordrill of the Seven Seas. The chase lasted for a week after, a little typo there, for a week after exhausting week, oh no, okay, I get it now. For a week after exhausting week through the volcanic dusk hills, their final confrontation was a deadly dance of blood and bone, deep within a caldera of roiling steam, its camouflage rendered useless by spurting geysers of white-hot water. The predator had to rely on brute strength to overcome the demon spawn warlock. For every chunk of flesh a wristblade took, Mordrill matched with a grievous cut from a hexed razor. In their final desperate struggle, Mordrill gained the upper hand, towering over the predator. His demon spawn arrogance saw him linger for a brief second too long, a sneer spreading across his bloodied face, as he prepared to plunge his knife into the predator's chest. In that single wavering moment of pride, the predator let out a single decisive click and turned the warlock's face to bubbling pitch with a well-timed plasma caster shot. A Yautja would never make such a mistake. Of course they would. Yautjas have died all the time due to their pride. Despite a sea of bodies in its wake, the predator's hunt continues. The promise of that desired prize calls from over the next horizon, and the predator will not cease until the skull of Teleria's apex predator is proudly hung in the trophy room. Okay. So the predator finds himself in a fantasy world, I guess. Hunting a whole bunch of... What?
It wasn't terrible. Like, if this was to... if we were to do like a Predator story, perhaps on some far-flung engineer-seeded world, where it was a bit in the fantasy kind of thing, I'd be on board with that.
Yeah. I mean, Mortal Kombat had some fun, like, and so did Dead by Daylight with the Alien, had some fun, like, lore stuff.
Greg says read the Alien bio now. Is that our Greg? I think that's our Greg.
Is it? Did you change your
so.
Screen in there? Okay, must I read this immediately? Fine.
See how long it is.
It's not quite as long. Okay. So, Xenomorph is part of the Dark Elves, apparently? Here we go.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Not even Cyroth himself could conceive of a creature more deadly, more malignant, more cruel than the one that fell to Teleria, something from beyond the stars, something truly alien. Theodore the Savant. For a xenomorph, Teleria presented a fertile breeding ground, one replete with brand new hosts to spread its progeny. If the poor crew of the spaceship had managed to jettison their troublesome cargo, a menagerie of deadly creatures from another dimension, Teleria might have been spared the xenomorph's wrath. It lay dormant by a tiny airlock window as sirens blared and lights flashed. Like a dreadful comet, the vessel crash-landed deep within Teleria's lost isles. A xenomorph emerged as the only survivor and adapted quickly to its new environment. Lush vegetation and thick jungle canopies made ideal cover, allowing it to quickly strike bewildered prey and escape back into the undergrowth unnoticed. Within weeks of its landing, a single xenomorph had become 10, which soon became 100. Entire island chains became winding masses of ovomorph-filled... Oh, there's Aaron's favorite word. Ovomorph-filled mazes, each awaiting the disturbance of a poor explorer, while smaller straits and channels between islands were navigable by singular xenomorphs. Teleria's seas proved impassable, but this proved only a delay rather than an end to the xenomorph spread. It was a lone fishing vessel from the eastern nation of Yakai that finally spread the xenomorphs to the planet's main land masses. A human, a young sailor named Kenzo, became the carrier of Teleria's doom, thanks to a stowaway nestled deep in his chest. The vibrant city of Velaziar was the first to contend with the glistening black maw of the xenomorph horde. A xenomorph made its grand entrance to the frightened peoples of Teleria in Velizar's fighting pits. Spectators expecting the regularly scheduled violence from the arena below were distracted as in the stands, a writhing Kenzo's chest burst open in a spray of blood, unveiling the infant horror within. The crowd screaming turned to fleeing, which then turned to a stampede for the exits. Guards swung impotently, each blow missing the squealing beast slithering between their feet. By the time the chaos had subsided, several bystanders were dead. Velizar's arenas had been shut down, and the instigator of the furor had fled into the city's many ratrons. News of the frenzied birth of the chest-burster quickly circulated around the city, from haunted arena-goer to terrified listener. Rumors of these nightmare creatures erupted, along with scattered reports of bodies with gaping holes in their chests. Whether these were from actual xenomorphs or gangland killings from Velizar's local mobsters disguised as chestburster births remains to be seen. Ships sailing from Velizar carried the tale of this alien invader with them to the four corners of Talaria, with merchants checking their cargo and crew several times over for signs of stowaways. Now the whole world stands on guard for the shadowy swish of the Silent One, the caustic blood of the shadow that bites, and the sudden leap of the Visage Taker. Knights revenant clutch their soul gems tighter, hoping their mortal bodies have not been tainted by the Body Stealer, while the Sacred Order burn potential hosts alive for signs of the unseen malignant. Even some demon spawn look twice over their shoulder, fearing the bladed tail of a xenomorph piercing their flesh rather than the dagger of a feuding rival. It seems that the only people who have welcomed xenomorphs with opened arms are the most zealous dark elves, offering up their bodies to commune with the true insect lord, the many-mouthed devourer, the shining black from beyond, the dripping flesh. Despite resistance, the xenomorph menace does not relent. Its feast will not end until the whole of Talaria is consumed. Well, there you go.
You know what? Whoever wrote these had a flipping blast and was enjoying themselves. I enjoyed that. I can feel the love for that job.
All right, then. Shall we actually do some game playing here? Again, I know very little about this game. I've played the tutorial and some initial battles, so bear with me as I figure this out. In the champions here, well, actually, no, I'm looking for the index here. Okay, so these are all the different factions, I guess, and again, Predator's part of the Lizardmen here, which I always appreciate some cool-looking lizard people, and this game has quite a few cool-looking lizard people that the Predator, including Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, apparently, the Predator finds itself in league with. So I guess it has some skills, including wrist blade attack, smart disc, combo stick throw, yacha cloak, and let's see here. And then, as part of the Dark Elves, is the Xenomorph. And I actually, for our forum, I changed this to my profile picture because I liked this little artwork of the Xenomorph so much, honestly.
Yeah,
Tail Stab, Infestation, Rip and Claw, and Caustic Blood are its attacks. So, since I want to keep the Xenomorph chase going, we're going to spend some more energy and do some more battles here. Let's see, I'm sure I have more battles in here. Actually, I don't think I can use them in this first campaign, so I will do these sewers. Always love a good alien sewer level, right?
Everybody loves a sewer level. Greg is our Greg.
Oh, okay.
He's now changed his name. Greg says he still remembers yesterday's metal pots crashing.
I'm glad you saved that.
Well, it'll be removed from the episode. Don't worry, but that audio is immortalized in the Discord.
So again, if I wanted to, I could just put the game on double speed and let it play by itself.
That sounds hugely thrilling. So what are you actually doing right now?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All my champions are just fighting on their own.
So are you supposed to be able to pick the attacks that...
Yeah. So if I turn auto off and turn it back to single speed here, it'll go back to regular turn-based where it's auto-selected this character for me, so I can choose this attack, and now it's the alien's turn, so I can choose a tail stab and fight that guy.
So it's just Pokemon.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I can zoom in. I didn't know that. That's cool. A little bit.
Mitchell Lawrence says, "Did you guys hear about the new Predator comic coming out?"
Yeah, the MMA arena one, right?
Yes. Forget what it's called. Something Blood, isn't it? Let's have a quick look and find it. Bloodshed. Predator Bloodshed coming next year. In the near future, Earth's fiercest fighters have gathered for an underground martial arts tournament organized by a shadowy organization. But all hell breaks loose when an unexpected combatant enters the ring. An alien predator. Now, the champions are battling not just for the grand prize, but for their very lives. Can a disparate group of competitors band together in time to survive the extraterrestrial hunter? Choose your fighter, place your bets, and brace yourself for a bloody tournament unlike any other.
You missed it, Aaron. I just sent a facehugger after that lizard guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's alright. I'm sure I'll have another opportunity to imagine.
So it is just a little turn-based combat thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I could never get into that browser one that this studio did, Soldiers Inc. You know, I tried. I was just like, what the hell is this?
I had a look when it was coming out, and I just couldn't figure out what the fuck I was supposed to be doing.
That's how it was with me, too. So at least this one's a bit more accessible. But still, there was some incredible artwork done for that game. One of the things we were thinking about doing is someone did a YouTube upload of a playthrough of the whole AVP event, and it had a lot of artwork that I had not seen. So if you guys would be interested in that, we could maybe end this stream, if we get sick of this, by watching that one. Because I think it's like 25 minutes or something, right, Aaron?
Yeah, it was something like that. Scaddy says, I was so excited for the next series. It sounds awesome. Nostalgic says, I'm biased, but I'm looking forward to a martial arts tournament-themed Predator stories. I'm quite interested in that one. I mean, it sounds vaguely similar to the short from If It Bleeds. Forget what it was called. It was written by Jonathan Mayberry. I think it was called Game World, maybe, something like that. Where it was kind of themed around a shady fight club kind of thing, where there was a predator involved in it. So I'm quite curious about that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first standalone Predator comic outside of the whole Thea arc, right? Or
yeah,
not Thea. Is it Thea?
Yeah, it's Thea.
Oh, okay. So she has the same name as the synth.
Yeah.
How did I just realize that?
It's nice to come back to some solo stories. You know, as much as reasonably solid as the Marvel crossovers have been, I don't think any outside of Wolverine, outside of the first one, I don't think Black Panther stuck the landing.
He's a cool looking boss.
And I don't think... Yeah, he's cool. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind you on the stream. I don't think Spider-Man stuck the landing. I'm not entirely convinced Kills the Universe will stick the landing either. But they've been reasonably solid. I'm looking forward to there being something original again.
Yeah. I guess we did have Predator, Black, White, and Blood.
Yeah, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that one. I need to sit down and read that through now it's finished. But I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed the main story in it. I enjoyed most of the shorts in it as well. Oh, it's Theta, not Thea.
Oh, Theta. That's right.
Same kind of letters, so it's fine.
After dispatching the Legion men tainted by
Nostalgia
the
says,
shadow, they
surprised
demand
listening to the
Trembling
Alien
has
Season
emerged.
2 news
Sorry.
episode that you all don't see it as completely inevitable that they're going to fold it into the main canon. Not saying it's a good idea, but inevitable.
At last, they're guided by, as they say.
I still don't want it to. I don't want it to be inevitable. I don't think Noah cares enough. Dinosaurian says, what are your thoughts on Badlands now that it's been out in theatres for a while?
I liked it. I saw it 5 times in theaters.
I only saw it 4. I was looking to go watch it Friday actually, but it's out. It's out now. It wasn't showing anymore. God, how bad is it that films don't last that long in cinemas anymore?
Yeah. It seems like Romulus lasted a while longer, but I guess that did really well also. But I don't know. Was that in U.S. theaters longer than a month? Maybe not, actually.
Most films aren't these days.
Well, the thing that really sucks is the premium formats. Like, if you want to see it in 40X or ScreenX or IMAX, yeah, it's like a week. So you better get your ass to the theater unless it's like Avatar, where they have a special deal to last longer than that.
That said, I am very much looking forward to going to see Avatar.
Oh, yeah, I already got my tickets on Friday. Very stoked.
Me too. On Friday.
You seen IMAX 3D?
Yes.
Good
yes.
man. Good man. Avatar demands that.
I still enjoyed the film. Or still have positive thoughts about the film after all this time. I'm very much looking forward to the home release and giving it another go. Obviously we enjoyed it. We're going down hunting down people who worked on the film. I don't tend to bother. I personally don't bother unless it's something that I enjoy.
And I sync this up to the same account on my phone too, so all my progress is on my smartphone and tablet. If I unfortunately find myself getting into this, which I'll try and avoid.
I find these games not interesting enough to hold my attention span. So, like, there was a Star Trek game that was quite similar. I forget what it was called, but it was the same sort of scummy free to play, but if you pay to win kind of thing. And I got bored of it after like 3 days.
Yeah, I do miss AVP Evolution because that was an awesome mobile game for the franchise. And although it had some microtransaction shit, it wasn't
was
overly
cosmetic,
scummy.
though, wasn't it?
I think so. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't get that anymore, which is a real shame. I don't think Angry Mob Games is around anymore.
I still have my very first tablet that I ever purchased, the original Samsung Galaxy Tab, because it has on it games that cannot be purchased or downloaded again anymore, which includes AVP Evolution,
Predators?
I can't remember if Predator's on it. That felt never ending. Predators did. It was nowhere near as interesting as Evolution was.
The combat was kind of similar. Like, it was definitely a progenitor for that game.
Oh, absolutely, because they were both Angry Mob, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you also had Alien Blackout, which again, incredible mobile game. No microtransactions for that one.
So that game does not get, or did not get, the love it deserved. Like, I was so disappointed at people's reactions to it, because it wasn't Isolation 2, and it was never going to be Isolation 2 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it played best on the computer. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it most when I was playing it on BlueStacks, but on tablets, on bigger devices, it was so fun. it worked so well, and I think there was so much room that they could have had to do a second game, you know, and to expand that concept out even more. It was, I had so much fun with that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to play through
And
it again.
it was genuinely tense as well, and it had fantastic sound design, which, well, it should have done. You know, it was a horror game. I liked playing that in the dark with my headphones on.
Thankfully, that one, I believe if you've purchased it, you can still download it. I think so. I'll check anyway. Yeah,
Yeah,
I still
I'll have a
got
look
Alien
on-
Blackout.
So, somebody said earlier, where I always scroll up a little bit. Nostalgic says the fact that he talked to Dan shows he cares. Well, cares about what? Ruining everything else. Greg says somebody in our Discord saw it 8 or 9 times. Scally saw it 5 times. Let's talk about Badlands.
Mm.
Somebody mentioned something about... Oh, Christian Perez says, I'm still let down by Pred versus Spidey. Yeah, we need to do an episode on that one, but again, I don't think he stuck the landing. It starts so strong. It really genuinely starts so strong. And it's got vibes of Concrete Jungle in it. And it just... that last fight.
Okay. Tell me, folks, is the game audio a bit quiet? Because I can boost that up. I just checked the audio and it sounded a little quiet to me, so maybe I will.
Yards
Whoa,
9000.
not that loud. Okay.
Yards 9000 says, I have Blackout on iPhone, not played it. Play it! Greg says, AVP Evolution was a cool little concept. I regret not playing it. Xenosaurian says, I really like Blackout. It needs a PC release. Yes. Greg says, Blackout used its mechanics perfectly. Perfectly immersive. A perfect little minigame. I would have loved a little sequel. Predator Theta line is cool. Not too experimental and nice enough. Must read it a second time. Sometimes those three. Yeah. I think it starts off on the bad foot. If only because it wants to be Machiko without earning it being Machiko. So it starts off a little like, ugh, how dare you, kind of, to it. But the route they go with the run, I thought was great. I really enjoyed those comics, especially the second and third volumes.
Which ones again?
The Theta Predator ones.
Oh, yeah. Likewise. I thought they were good.
Greg says, people thought they lifted the environments and Stompy from isolation, even though that was not the case at all. That's how well the Blackout devs did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Can
That
confirm,
game was full of love.
if you bought it, I think you can still download that one, because I just got a new 13-inch iPad, and Blackout is still on there. Unfortunately, AVP Evolution did not transfer.
So yeah, you can play Android games on the PC through something called BlueStacks. That's what I did for Blackout, because it was just easier to not fumble using the mouse. I did try to get Evolution to run on it, but it wasn't quite the best. But I don't know if that's also because my PC's are not the best these days. Caustic Viper says, just got Rogue Incursion, have been thoroughly enjoying it so far. I'm glad to hear it. I very much enjoy Rogue Incursion. Again, it could have been longer, it could have been a bit more in depth, but for a smaller budget, smaller priced game, I really enjoy Rogue Incursion.
Yeah, likewise. Same with Fireteam Elite. I played the hell out of that game. But I do think we need a new big AAA game that is not the Isolation sequel, that is a new AVP.
Yes. A bigger scale multiplayer. you know, like we grew up playing, like the days of AVP2. What do you think of this marathon rumor? I'd forgot all about it until Mr. Henderson popped up again.
That could be cool. I mean, you know me, I love survival horror games, and the idea of a third-person Resident Evil Dead Space-inspired survival horror for Alien, it sounds awesome, but one that's further in the future, post-Resurrection, is also quite intriguing, because it's very atypical of the settings that the games have usually chosen.
What do you think about the potential Tomb Raider influence? That's the thing that sort of makes me go,
Well, I played a little bit of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and of the reboot trilogy, that was the one that seemed the best to me. Granted, I did not play too much of the first to the second. And I'm a big Tomb Raider fan. I just really did not like the, I don't know, just what they went for with that. The new Tomb Raiders that were just announced look awesome and kind of a return to form, so.
The first of the reboots, the Tomb Raider, I've actually played all the way through.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. But, and I'm quite interested in the remake, to be honest. I couldn't play the old one as a kid. I just was never very good at it. But I think I'm going to get this, what's it called, Legacy of Atlantis?
Yeah.
Secrets of Atlantis.
Well, the recent remaster they did of the 6 first games are just awesome. So I definitely recommend checking that out.
But the thing is, I'm just like, I don't think Tomb Raider environmental puzzle screams Alien to me. That's my concern.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, does Tom Henderson really have the best track record? I mean, didn't he do an Alien, like, rumor a while ago that said this one Japanese developer was working on a game and they commented on it on Twitter, like, we don't know what you're talking about?
I don't remember. But at the time this initial rumor came out, he was a trusted source because he'd got a few scoops right, and ultimately he did also say that they were working on Isolation 2 or pitching an Isolation 2, which of course turned out to be real. But that's just about as reliable a rumor or a scoop as your AVP next year. kind of things. I do love the idea of Ripley 8 returning though, because if they are going to do some sort of acrobatics around the environment, Ripley 8's the character to do it with. You know, with the superhuman kind of. I just hope if they are doing that, then they'll lean into the alienness of Ripley 8. Like, I'd want to see her animations be more alien in their fluidity, in the way that she moves, to give it that sort of unsettled nature to it.
My xenomorph went to sleep. Oh, he woke back up. Skaty Gemini says, never thought I'd see y'all playing the gotcha game on stream until now. I didn't think y'all would play this. Well, once it was on Steam, I was like, okay, might as well.
And Adam likes to make liberal use of if it's got an official alien in it, you can play it.
God, why does it keep pulling up the chat there? There's like weird in-game chat here that I don't know if I can get rid of.
Greg says, yeah, the Tomb Raider influence is strange, but the idea works perfectly with Ripley 8, and I hope it focuses less on stealth and more on running away from the aliens and using the environments. Okay, Christian Perez says, I think a Dead Space inspired alien survival horror game would be badass, but I just wish somebody would make entirely new breeds or types than repeating the same types like in other recent games. Now that's a question, isn't it?
Well, that was an issue I had with Rogue Incursion, is it just had the same type of adult xenomorph, and it got a bit stale with that. You look at something like Dark Descent, which had a bunch of different enemy types, and I thought that worked really well.
The Christian saying stop using the Crushers in multiple games. Stop using the spitters in multiple games.
I mean,
that has actually been something I've enjoyed.
Yeah, likewise. I like seeing the different games, different interpretations of those designs, like seeing how the Crusher looks between Colonial Marines versus Fireteam Elite versus Dark Descent. I don't think there were spitters in Dark Descent, were there?
I don't think so. I need to play that game again. I fucking love Dark Descent so much.
Yeah.
I've only played it twice.
I mean, I guess AVP Extinction had some new alien designs with like the Ravager and the Carrier and all that. And speaking of AVP... Sorry, go ahead.
Which was a departure in itself a teeny little bit, because, you know, AVP 99, Classic, 2000, whatever, and AVP 2 kind of followed the same sort of roster. And then you get Extinction that has, again, the same roster, but just gives it a little bit more originality in the Ravager, in the Carrier, and then introducing the Predalien Queen. I wouldn't be opposed to... I wouldn't be opposed to them revisiting the same creatures, but, you know, it's always a fun part of the Alien EU is diving into those other hybrids, you know?
Yeah. AVP Evolution had some pretty cool designs as well, just like the Berserker Predalien. That was fun. And I do like when you have like a Lurker, the smooth dome heads, and the warriors and stuff like we've seen in some games. They'll have that distinction where their behavior will be a little different, even though they're a similar design.
That was something I did like in Colonial Marines, you know, the ridge head being a stealthier kind of attacker. I liked playing the Lurker, apart from when it bugged out and you couldn't kill the guy you landed on.
Yeah, or even something like the Raven, where it's like, what the hell is this? And it doesn't really need to be explained. It's just kind of a individualized alien.
I'm not sure I agree there, because the Raven was annoying to me. Because it was supposed to have story, like all the things. Here's the thing. So things like the Crusher, things like the Raven, things like the Spitter in Colonial Marines, they were all supposed to be new, unique variations on the aliens that were caused by the radiation fallout from the atmosphere processor going up. So, you know, and the boiler. So they weren't supposed to be typical kind of aliens that you would see in a hive.
They turned into different classes.
Yeah, they were supposed to be unique aberrations. Not that the game tells you this, not that it's in the narrative at all in any fashion. Or I think not even mentioned in any of the sort of bibliography stuff within the game's menus. It was just something that they talked about during the promotion of the game. It's like, okay, and then they all show up start showing up in other bits, but I do still like the Crusher. I've always said to you, though, haven't I, that the Spitter shouldn't be its own class. It should be a function of all aliens.
Yeah, I know some games have done that, or like the Jungle Alien, where it's just the runner, but it can spit or whatever. But I personally like the Spitter designs, both in Colonial Marines and even a bit more so in Fireteam Elite. Oh my god.
I didn't like it that much in Fireteam Elite. I prefer Colonial Marines, and even Prodos's interpretation of them a bit more. Although I think Prodos's interpretation was most heavily based on Colonial Marines. I just like crests. I have a thing for crests.
Oh, I think I already did these, the catacombs. Okay. Well, end the battle.
Christian Perez says, is it unrealistic to see the Ravager and Carrier or the Kenner-inspired Xenos in future content, like comics or games or animated series? I think the Carrier makes sense. It is an interesting concept of being, you know, a more armoured delivery system for the facehuggers. I like that idea. I don't necessarily think the Ravager makes sense within the context of the aliens, you know, it being such a killing force. But to see him again, is it unrealistic? Well, AVP Extinction just does not get referenced, does it? Really, at all, ever. So I feel like that would have to come from somebody who just had a love for that game. Kenner-inspired stuff, though, yeah, I think we're going to continue seeing that for a while.
And that's another thing they could get into is the DNA reflex. Like, I don't think games have really taken that too far.
No, they haven't. They haven't gone really wild with it, have they? Although I suppose Fireteam Elite did a little bit with the black goo kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, with the stalkers. Who else? Monica. Although I still think all the setup for that was a waste. At least in Infiltrator, perhaps. It should have been black goo infested hosts that were then infected by aliens. Not them rubbing black goo on eggs. God, I hate that book so much.
Infiltrator?
Yeah, that's just... Well, no, I don't hate it. That's unfair to say because it wasn't terrible. It was just disappointing.
Greg makes a good point here. Obsidian's abandoned RPG was supposed to use the DNA reflex much better than anything before since. Yeah, I've watched some of the videos that have come out of that since the game's cancellation, and there were some really cool looking xenomorph types that they had.
Greg also says, regarding the origin of the different aliens in Clone and Marines, one of the answers was radiation, yes, but another was casts. Greg says, I remember Randy going on about the crushers and spitters for building tunnels. Spitters soften the rock and crushers is like the drill. I don't remember seeing that one. Interesting thoughts. Acoustic Viper says, in all honesty, the runner should be called the Spitter since it's the first to showcase spitting, but I understand that it should be a generalised ability for all of them. I think so, because I think they should all have that ranged ability. It's just that happens to be the first time we see it. Obsidian's thing's always going to be an oddity to me, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was never one I was excited for.
Have you ever played any of their games?
A little bit of KOTOR, maybe.
Yeah, KOTOR 2 I loved. I thought they did fantastic work on that one.
It just never felt like a genre that suited the franchise to me.
Well, that's why it kind of intrigued me, you know, because it was not what it had usually done, and I had enjoyed their games before.
Acoustic Viper says they should introduce those burrowing Xenos from Phalanx. That'd be interesting. I fucking love Phalanx. It's such a good book. There's your fantasy kind of alien vibe.
Yeah, that would make for a really cool game setting, Phalanx.
I feel like that would be perhaps one more for an isolation kind of setup, though.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Ripley 8, though, for the marathon stuff, specifically her?
Yeah, I would like to see a return, especially if they could get Sigourney Weaver back for the games. Wouldn't be the first time.
It'd be wild, though, wouldn't it, really? You know, we're at this point where she's talking about Ripley a lot and about Alien a lot now.
Yeah.
Stirring up some interesting Walter Hill's Alien vibe. It'd be interesting to have her come back to portray Ripley 8.
Yeah, definitely.
I have such a huge soft spot for that character, even if the film's a bit wonky.
Mm-hmm.
And were you mentioning earlier about, you know, the timeline, the time frame not being visited that much?
Yeah, I mean, we had it in that book, Original Sin, right? And yeah,
Aliens versus Predator versus Terminator.
Yeah, that doesn't
Phalanx.
count.
Phalanx is post-resurrection, if I remember rightly.
The tavern.
Rage War.
Can I get the alien a pint in the tavern of what is it? Mead, grog? What do they drink here?
You tell me. You're the one.
Brew upgrade. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, we'll get him a drink.
Okay, no.
I can? Can I? I don't know how to do this, man. Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't get it, dude. I'll have to revisit that later.
Greg says they drink the black goo, of course. Falcon says, "Hi guys, sorry I missed some of this. What's this about Sigourney Weaver coming back in a game set after Alien Resurrection?"
Okay,
there are rumors. There are rumors about a game called Project Marathon that is set post Resurrection and would include Sigourney 8, Ripley 8's return.
Sigourney 8.
Yeah. I've never really craved a return to the time period. You know, I think aesthetically it's not very interesting. Based on Resurrection. Resurrection doesn't have my favorite set design or world building visually speaking. You know, I will still. It's the same reason that Reach kind of frustrates me in Halo, but I just can't forgive it though, that line of throwing away all the comics and everything. But Ripley 8 as a character I just find fascinating. So I can't. I'm quite curious to see if anything comes of it and what people might do with the character.
So I'm at level 13. So once I get to level 15, I can unlock this Guardian Ring, whatever the hell that is. I know you can fight against real players in this game as well.
Greg's disagreeing with me. The Resurrection sets are lovely.
Oh, I think so too. The only thing I would change is I think the Eureka could have used a bit more. See, it's weird because some of the rooms, like the basketball room, the clone lab, like some of the rooms are really cool and interesting, but a lot of times there's just too many big brown, like metal hallways. Like I think we needed just a bit more personality in the ship.
I found it very boring. No Stardust says, "I'm hopeful for Walter Hill's Alien 5 script with how often Weaver keeps bringing it up." Falcon Blue also says, "Resurrection was my least favourite film, a game I'll give it a go, I guess. Very intrigued about her renewed interest lately in playing Ripley again and the Walter Hill script." Yar 9000 says, "You guys talk Warhammer, never played that. Is on my list sometimes." No, we don't really talk Warhammer, do we?
Not really.
It's something I never let myself get into, even though I probably would enjoy the world of it. But my wallet ain't about that game.
I'm surprised how many video games there are of that franchise.
Yeah, there was one. I think it was literally called Space Marines, and you played obviously the Space Marines. I played a couple of hours of it, and I just always remember the orcs with one of the AI lines was just "Space Marines," and that just goes on a loop in my head sometimes. I know I would enjoy it. I can't bring myself to even attempt it. As a kid, I tried to learn 40k, but I couldn't get my head around the rules.
What Protoss you got?
Yeah, I brought it into Protoss. an appeal of Protoss anyway was the board game kind of nature of the box set, and then it was an expansion for war games. Chris and I played through a good chunk of the board game version, but those those games are hard work when you have to set up all the maps and stuff like that. So we never got to finish it. We probably should have done an all-dayer to play through that game. But I got that. I got the expansion that came out. I brought a bunch of the, the single units. But I never got to play the war game, and I hate that.
To the
I hate that I never got into the organized play of it.
It's got me into
arena off the battle tab this shows
this tutorial again.
This is where you set need to set your arena.
I don't want to do this right now. Okay, there we go.
Yar says I need Killer of Killers and Badlands on disc still. Yeah, that's got to be coming soon.
Yeah, I imagine next year. Hopefully Alien Earth as well on physical media would be good.
Would you buy Alien Earth?
Oh yeah, of course. I bought Prometheus, dude.
I remember being so excited for the Prometheus Blu-ray. You know, because I think we all knew about Furious Gods.
Questions will be answered.
Answered. Yep, I remember that on the front of the box. And I remember just being like, going through all the special features, trying to find some clarity in what was going off. And it's like, yeah. And it's a fair point, you know, I also brought the Predator. I'll buy it. It's the one I don't think I'm actually interested in rewatching. You know, I've probably only watched the Predator twice, maybe, since I got the Blu-ray. I think I did it once for when we did the commentary and prepped for the commentary, and I think I watched it once when I got it, and I've just never been interested in watching that again.
Yeah, the Predator and Alien Earth I have not revisited much compared to the rest.
I don't think, you know, Adam, sorry, I didn't actually own a copy of AVPR for about 10 years.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah. I don't think I ever brought it.
I was there at Best Buy the morning it came out to get it.
Were you really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Adam. I would probably buy it, but I don't think I'd necessarily watch it again. It's just so disappointing.
Don't worry, Aaron. I won't ask to stream this game again.
Yeah, okay, good.
Maybe Fortnite if we get deck in Fortnite, but not this one.
Greg says Earth did make him appreciate the prequels more, as well as the AVPs. Questions have been questioned. Falcon Blue says, what novel or comic book would you both want to see made into a theatrical live-action film one day?
Well, we just kind of talked about that, didn't we, Aaron? Yesterday.
Okay. Well, I mean, did we really talk about...
Yeah, I said I'd like to see an adaptation of Eternal on the big screen.
I suppose we did bring that up. But is that the one you would most like to see, though?
That's a tricky question. So it has to be a comic book?
Or a novel.
Or a novel. Okay. Yeah. I'm just looking at my bookshelf right now. I'm thinking about it.
I've always been very curious about an adaptation of Labyrinth, if only for the visuals of, you know, all the stuff in the hive and how messed up that would be. Book-wise, Phalanx would be interesting to see adapted. You know, again, the visuals of that. world and environment mixed with the alien.
Maybe destroying angels, honestly.
Yeah, that too.
Because it would directly contradict the engineers. But I gotta say, Predator Turnabout, I think, could make a really cool live-action movie.
It's a very short book, so I don't know if it really has a lot of substance to it. I think it'd be a fun short movie.
What about Alien Echo?
No.
No.
I think I would get far too irritated by how horny she is all the time. It was a good book other than that. I just got so bored of the romance in it.
What about South China Sea?
They would have to remove some elements, I think, for that to work properly as a film. Otherwise, it'd be too busy. Like the whole zombie virus thing.
Well, don't spoil it.
Oh, have you not read it yet?
No.
Okay.
We got to do a podcast on that one.
Do you own that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting on my shelf.
Okay. We'll book that one in. So we discovered on the podcast yesterday that hasn't come out that Adam doesn't read anything unless I book a podcast in for it for the books.
That hasn't that hasn't always been the case, but these days, yeah, it kind of is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are Alien and Predator books that I haven't read.
Oh, really?
On my shelf, yeah.
Not Halo books, though.
Not Halo books. They get read as soon as they arrive through the door. What haven't I read? Rift War. I tried to read Rift War. I made it about 15, 20 pages in before I shut that, and I was like, God, this is terrible. I haven't picked up Uncivil War yet, because I heard middling things about that, so I've not been enthusiastic to read it.
I think we need to give Rift War a proper chance.
We'll read it eventually. I'm just not in any rush, and I haven't started Cult yet. But I will do. I'm looking forward to that. It's just I'm in the middle of reading Stargate thing at the minute, and I'm the kind of person that has to finish a book before he'll move on to another one. No, Stardust says, I always convince myself that ADPR isn't that bad because I like the concept and I hear Adam Ridgestock speak so highly of it, then I watch it again and reality sets in. Mike's Monster says, I just got an ad for this game when clicking on this video. Greg would like to see an Echo film though. And Caustic Viper says, Lineworm Xeno could be a good burrowing class Xeno. Caustic Viper says, what novel hasn't Adam read yet? It's South China Sea. Well, many books
I've read more than I haven't read. I haven't read Steel Egg, Criminal Enterprise, Cauldron.
See, this is all acceptable.
Haven't read Music of the Spears, Berserker, Rogue, or Genocide, or Harvest, or Labyrinth.
This is not acceptable.
I have read all 3 AVP Bantam books.
I didn't realize you hadn't read that much.
No, I believe I've read the majority of them. I've read almost all of the... Well, no. Okay. I've read Original Sin, River of Pain, Sea of Sorrows, Prototype, Infiltrator. Phalanx, of course. Cold Forge, Into Charybdis.
Do you really just mostly read the comics?
No, I've read more than half the books. I would say. I've read the Alien 3, William Gibson one. I read Echo. I've read most of the Predator books. I read Big Game. I believe I read Cold War.
Big Game was disappointing.
AVP Prey was my first book, though. I read that in high school. Loved it.
An omnibus of Earth Hive and Earth Hive and Nightmare Asylum for me. And then as soon as I finished reading Nightmare Asylum, I turned the book back around and started reading Earth Hive again. Greg says Adam reserves his first reactions for the podcast. That's how much he cares for everybody.
Right. That's right. I read Bishop. Of course, Rage War Trilogy I read. Yeah, so there's more. Stalking Shadows. It's really some of the older Bantam ones. Like, I haven't read the Earth Hive trilogy, although I've read the comics. Those are based on, obviously.
Oh,
Are those good? Are those well written?
I mean, they're okay. they're just classics. It's like they've been around that long that I can't believe you didn't read them as a kid. Mikey says even he's read the unacceptable books.
What are the unacceptable ones?
The Bantam ones, where I was like, it's unacceptable, you've not read them. White Abaddon says, I strongly recommend Cult, it's fucking wild. Yar says, Stargate, there comes new stuff from the franchise, right? Yes, it certainly is. I'm rereading one of the older, I say older books. There was a publisher called Fandemonium that for about 20 years put out consistently Stargate novels, even when the show wasn't on the air. And I'm just rereading one of their little series that they did. As Hunter says, still need to get a hold of Rage War. It was a surprisingly good little trilogy. Crusty Viper says, which of the comics had the Xeno, the jockey Xeno in it? I want to say Destroying Angels, but I'm not sure. Yes, it was Destroying Angels. Yar says, you also did an interview with the writer of the first Alien comic, right? Yes, we spoke to Mark Verheiden 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Which was a great episode. I really enjoyed talking to Mark. Need to get him back on to talk about the Predator runs.
Mike's Monster says, so is this game any fun? Kind of. It's on autopilot right now, so I'm not even playing. Well, this last one I have been, but you can turn that off if you want to do the turn-based combat. I guess if you're into fantasy and you like turn-based RPG character building games as a cell phone game, sure. I mean, the environments are cool, the lore is interesting. It does shove a bunch of ads in your face all the time when you're on the menu.
Mike's Monster says, Biden! Biden! Greg said the comics were better. White Abaddon says, I did not like the Earth Hive trilogy novelization. I think the books are stronger when Stephanie writes with it. But then again, I also really like Prey on its own. I liked Nightmare Asylum. They're not the best, but they're books that I think you should read just because they are like the first. I can't believe you're streaming.
We had to do it, man. I had to do it for the bit.
I thought there was gonna be more to it.
Yeah, I mean the no other Predator skins. The lore was kind of cool.
Yeah, the lore.
But I do love how the Predator looks. The design is sick, for sure. He's got his deck sword back there. The combat stick design is really cool. So, you know, props to the artist for making such cool designs, or we probably wouldn't even be playing this right now. I don't think we're getting that Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship.
I honestly do not know how I missed this. Because this has been going on for, what, 10 years or something? And I remember our chat going off when it happened.
You were like, wait, what? I'm like, how have you not seen the ads for this game? Because, like, every other YouTube channel has, like, an ad for this game.
Yeah, but I skip all the ads. Greg says, Aaron deliberately ignoring the AVPR love going off in here. This is AVPR love?
Is there?
Maybe?
Mike's Monster says, I actually find the Predator design quite generic and uninspired in this game. Would be nice if Alien Earth took this design, though.
We already had our appreciation for the deck look here.
Yeah,
earlier.
I think he looks more like a traditional Predator version of deck, even though apparently he's not, according to their website. So, again, if anyone has the link for that, I'd be curious to check that out. So I still don't get the whole tavern upgrade system.
You can ascend champion. A champion, a rank 4. The type.
I don't care.
We know Xenosaurian's a fan of AVPR. It's him and Adam. You guys are the president, vice president, and sole members of the AVPR fan club, aren't you?
That's right. Oh, I got to battle this creature. All right, we'll battle this creature. How about that? I'll turn it on auto, though. And I'll see if I can pull up the... Oh, does that kill the audio? That does kill the audio. Damn it.
Hunter says, so you're telling me you're not going to buy the 6-7 emote for Fortnite, Adam?
I don't know what that means. That's the Gen Z thing, right?
You dealt with the 6-7 thing, don't you?
No, isn't it just like some like randomness, like it means nothing, and that's the whole idea or whatever?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I do get it. It's interesting, I guess. The brain rot. I'm not so deep into the brain rot.
Well, it's funny though because I've seen videos of like folk our age going, all you adults shaking your head at 6-7. Don't you remember all the random bullshit we did as kids?
Yeah, fair.
And
That's true.
the random phrases that we had. It's just grumpy old people.
My alien is frozen.
Oh no. It needs to be thawed out. I still fucking love that.
Oh, that's a cool looking dragon. See, I'll give this game some props for its designs.
I do just love the random face huggers just spawning.
Yeah.
The ugly chief of the Dark Elves, preying on the rich of the company known for so are he.
Mikey says it's too bad this game uses a ton of generative AI.
Arriving at the small human, Ogren, and the company.
If any kind of game was going to use generative AI, of course it's going to be something like that.
Okay.
Greg says, "Oh."
Go ahead.
Greg says, "Oh, the brain rot has been going on since the first humans learned how to talk. Very soon after, I believe we started spouting cringe stuff. Love reading old tablets of customer complaints from eons ago. Yeah, there's like a whole thing about stuff from the Babylonian times, isn't it? Where there's stone tablets that amount to customer complaints or civil complaints about neighbours' behaviours or sellers' sort of behaviour is fantastic stuff. No, Stardust says people have always been shit. Yes, they have. I spent an hour on a train today listening to some absolute fucking brain rot bullshit being spoken behind me very loudly on the train.
What was it?
Oh, it's some idiots loudly talking about football, and then it got a bit dodgy.
A bit dodgy.
A bit dodgy.
Okay, so to spare you from just watching that for the rest of the stream, I'm going to see if I can pull up this one video. For the playthrough of Soldier's Inc. AVP full story. 26 minutes. We got time for it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's do it. So we never played this one.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do.
Let's see here. Sorry, 1 second, folks.
Christian Press says the game creator said oh, is he talking about the fan game that he was on about earlier? You getting there? You finding it?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Give me 2 seconds.
Guess what I brought today?
What?
That I finally brought Dune Prophecy. I didn't get to watch it when it came out over here. I don't have Sky TV, but I'm looking forward to giving this one a go.
Which book is that one?
It's the TV show.
Oh, okay.
The HBO show. There only 6 episodes. There's only 6 episodes. I didn't realise it was such a short season.
Okay, got it. I think.
Greg says, oh, that show is amazing.
Not quite yet.
The acting is stellar. It's got one of the guys from Raised by Wolves in it, doesn't it? I can't remember the guy's name. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to see if I can convince Megan to let me watch the first episode tonight.
Sorry, just reformatting the size here. Should be good in a moment, folks.
I did start watching Pluribus as well.
What's that?
The weekend. You've not heard of Pluribus?
Uh-uh.
It's like the new big one that Vince Vaughn did, the guy who did Breaking Bad.
Now that you've got some training, let me introduce you to the Syndicate's latest client, Wayland Industries. We've been supporting them on an ongoing special operation since before you arrived.
Watched like the first 3 episodes. Vince Gilligan, sorry, yeah. I really enjoyed it so far. I'm looking forward to. I've got like 4 more episodes to catch up with, but I'm enjoying it.
Changes everything. Alien life, Commander.
Xenosaurian says, any news on who might be directing Romulus 2? No, not yet. Oh god, Adam.
Let's go to the site.
Yeah, I was just trying to get the volume
Is
right.
waiting for us.
Gotta turn this up so people can actually hear it.
Welcome aboard, Commander. I'm Dr. Ren Watanabe, head of Wayland's Applied Xenobiology program. As you can see, it appears to be a temple of some kind, the primary site of a much larger complex. Our team found evidence of 2 extraterrestrial life forms.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Preserved blood
That's
from
like,
a spacefaring race known as the Yaucha, and a dormant
it's like a
specimen
human
of an
tech
unknown
pyramid, kind of like
endoparasitic
AVP
organism,
2010 had.
xenomorphs. You're here because
Built
the
over
xenomorphs
the
are no longer dormant.
built over the old predator.
When the
pyramid.
xenomorphs started reproducing in the wild,
Christian,
Wayland set a
I
thermonuclear
saw you mention the
demolition
game
charge
earlier.
at the temple to sterilize
As a
the
family
entire
game,
region.
didn't you say Predator
That
and
timer
Prey?
below shows how
Or
much
Prey?
time you have left. When it hits 0,
Hunter
this
says Pluribus
operation
is the best show on
over.
TV currently.
Let's head back to base.
Greg says a Blade Runner inspired pyramid.
Wayland is requesting permission to set up a field research
Is it
lab
actually
near your
playing?
base.
Sorry.
If you agree, you'll gain access to their
Oh, yeah.
cloning
Sorry, it's
tech
'cause I have
and the
the volume
ability to
turned down.
field lab-bred aliens
On
and
the stream.
predators in your army. Good work, Commander. Click on this button to report to your lab and oversee the Wayland project.
These very,
I'll let Dr. Wren show
very
you around.
guided tutorials. Oh, look at that little juvenile
My team
alien.
has developed new proprietary methods for cloning and controlling several of the xenomorph specimens we recovered from the temple. Your field
with the
research
collar
lab
on
is
it, that's
currently
not very
equipped
good.
to duplicate the smallest xenomorphs.
Yep. See, they were doing pet aliens first.
Let's test your cloning equipment by creating 2 defensive juveniles.
It's all right. What's
You'll
his
need
face
artifacts
from,
to clone each new specimen. You should have gathered enough by now. Go ahead and boost it for free
Kleist.
this time.
Kleist from
Excellent.
Rogue.
Everything seems to
had
be
pet
working
aliens
perfectly.
ages ago.
Please note that unlike your conventional military
And
units,
so did,
xenomorphs cannot be revived
So
once
did
lost in
Spears
battle.
until the
Your
Queen
hospital
turned
isn't
on him.
equipped with the technology or knowledge to treat non-humans.
They look like neomorphs, Xenosaurian
During
says.
the initial excavation of the temple, we
I think
must
this
have triggered some
wasn't
kind
this
of pulse or
before
signal.
um,
It was shortly followed by the
Covenant came
arrival of
out.
dozens of
I
Yaucha
think so.
spacecraft.
Let me look it up.
Let's call them what they are, Doctor. Predators. Wayland's been tracking
game
them
was
since the 80s.
uh,
Now, with Wren's
on
research, we can
November
clone and
10th,
condition them. Click unlock to
2015, a
extract
special
Youngblood
timed
Predator XNA
AVP
and
event was
clone
done
2
in the game.
Youngblood
Ending on
warriors.
that-
February 8th, 2016. Yeah, so that was
Good
before
work.
Covenant.
But remember that our understanding of their biology is still primitive. Like xenomorphs, these can't be revived in our sick bays or hospitals. Deploy them with caution. Your cloning production queue is limited right now, but it can be greatly increased by assigning more staff. You can hire more staff and upgrade the Wayland lab with resources. Don't have much time before detonation. My team will need your help gathering as much data as we can. Wayland will give you clones in exchange for artifacts, relics found at xenomorph and Yaucha sites that might give us insights
they say
into their
Yaucha, they
origins,
say it
life
right.
cycles, and technology. You can outsource artifact
Greg, I
recovery to
don't
private
remember that in
contractors for
the-
resources.
The Nightmare
Click on the
Asylum
Artifacts
novel.
tab to open the resource conversion interface. Try it out. Commission 500 artifacts.
Excellent. Remember that the
Excellent.
more
Says
often you
Wayland
check
has
in
been
on your
tracking the Predators
contractors,
since
the
the
faster
80s.
they'll work.
Wayland has?
You can collect artifacts from excavation sites
See,
across
like, is
the
this
Alright,
even is this even a
locate them
video
using your
game? This is
radar,
just
just as
little
you
like
would for
things
depots.
popping up with people
Go ahead and
talking at
try
me.
it.
It's just your normal tutorial.
Good work. I'd strongly advise you to check your field manual for a complete set of instructions for engaging excavation sites.
Xenosaurian
These won't
says,
be
"Did I
easy,
see the
Commander.
AVPR Ridged
Expect heavy
Warrior?" Yes,
competition
I
and
believe they
extraterrestrial
did
resistance.
that design
This is
for
no
this.
job for
Something
conventional
similar, anyway.
forces. Clones only.
One more thing, Commander. As the head of Wayland Xenomorph Research, I'd like to be able to call on you for assistance in Zandia. I'll periodically send requests in the Missions tab of your Wayland lab interface. Your participation in the missions is optional. However,
Badlands
I'll
says
make
it
sure
right,
that
in
you're
my
well
opinion,
rewarded
says
if you
Scaddy.
help.
Gemini.
Dr.
Slayer
Wren's
Boy says,
bugs
well,
are
compared to
cute
the
and
Fortnite
everything, but they
collab,
don't
this
have
works on an
cloaking and
artistic
plasma
scale.
guns. I'll
There
be
was
contacting you
some good art
directly in the
for
same
both
place
this
with
and
jobs related to the Predator
raid.
Initiative. Something the Syndicate is
No Star
very
Dutch says it's really
interested
weird
in.
that a generic term for extraterrestrial
By the
life
way,
became the name for the
if you want to
alien.
get your hands on the big
When it's
guns,
used in the
you can
movie, it's
always go
clearly
to the
used in a
black
way that
market
they're
to
still
purchase
skeptical
strategic
of Ripley.
alien and Predator units.
Yeah, I much prefer the catalog system. I
That
always
about
used to
wraps
hate
it up.
Xenomorph as
Get
a name for
started
the
on one of
aliens.
those missions. Make more
And then
clones
when
or test them out on a
Stephanie
rival
Perry
base.
rocked
But
up with
remember, when that
XX121
nuke
in
goes
the
off,
Wayland
this
Yutani report, I
operation
was
is
like,
over.
yep, okay,
You keep
that's
the clones
loads
you
better.
have, and that's
Xenomorph
it.
is a catch-all
Keep
name
an eye on that
for
clock.
aliens and give me a
And
catalog
happy
system to
hunting.
differentiate between them.
What you see here started as a
absolutely
joint
works for
Wayland
me.
Syndicate venture
And
combining their cloning technology with our
I
experience
was
in
I was
behavioral
really
conditioning.
happy to see
When the
an
temple was first
XX
excavated, Dr.
something
Watanabe's team was able
for the
to
Callus
isolate
in
viable...
Badlands, but I wish they'd have called it a Xenomorph XX something. What was it? Was it like 0057 or something?
Yeah. It's cool. They're cloning predators.
Why not? Got to get those hearts.
Predator XNA from bloodstains we found and cloned predators for study. Now with the recent arrival of the real thing, we've got a shot at acquiring their weapons technology. And we're going to use our little test tube babies here to get it. From prior encounters, we believe Predator society to be tribal. Now these clones have had no experience of that structure, but we suspect they have an innate genetic predisposition to follow strong leaders. That'd be you, Turbo. Go try and take them on a xenomorph hunt. If they kill you, we'll try a different angle. Right, you survived. I had a good feeling about this.
Oh, Adam, this seems bad.
This is bad?
Yeah. just both of them. Good lord. But then again, I say that also having asked you the other day, did you not play Alien vs Predator vs Marines?
No, what was that?
So it was that Kings of Chaos kind of. It was unofficial. It was a fan made thing, but when I was in my later school years, there was a game called Kings of Chaos that was very popular, and it was like this web-based, browser-based war game where there was like zero fucking actual gameplay combat. Chat, did anybody in here used to play Kings of Chaos?
Yeah, this does not look like a good game.
Oh, it still exists, Adam. The website still exists.
Soldiers Inc. or the Aliens versus Predator versus Marines?
No, Kings of Chaos, the original one. I don't think AVPVM will still exist.
I mean, this artwork is cool though. It's like we got scientists back. Like, can we just I think I actually emailed this company like, "Hey, can we like release this artwork for you?" And I don't think they ever got back to me. But like these scientists in the Predator pyramid back here, like that's pretty cool.
In the temples, clear out any xenomorphs and give our research team a safe escort. We're looking for any diagrams detailing power conduits, generators, anything that might help us understand their technology.
I believe that game's.
The temples are over 10,000
There was like
years
so
old
many
and
different
still
fan-made rip-offs of it.
got to be something
Over the
money.
years, I remember playing
We've
Stargate
recovered
1,
thousands of images, and they're
versus
all
Predator 1.
useless. We've got
I guess I
They'll
can
be
skip
watching,
ahead a little
so
bit.
don't antagonize them, and try not
You
to
get to some
embarrass
interesting
us.
bits, Adam.
Okay, so the bad news.
Oh, so this
The
is
ship
just
had
the
some kind of
story.
biometric
Okay, so this
recognition
actually,
system.
it's not
Apparently
even
your
showing the
clones weren't
gameplay.
close enough to the
Not
real
that that
thing
would
to
be
get
interesting. This is just showing like the
towards humans.
full
You encountered them
EVP
twice with
story,
no
I
problem.
guess.
Two, they're obviously in some
Okay.
state of war against this.
Should we call that quits?
Let me just skip through and show some of this artwork that I haven't seen.
Seeing as how our
That's cool.
last
We got
attempt at
Celtic
having a
here.
friendly chat didn't go so well.
Xenosaurian says, do you remember the commercial they did for this? Yes, we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah. We got this queen here, soldiers and a predator fighting. Like, that's sick, dude. Oh, there's a queen moving around. Okay.
With the guy stood in front of it all.
Yeah, we don't need
Oh,
this
so get
guy and
that in.
everything.
The coordinates.
See, that's sick. That artwork is sick, dude. Like, can we just get this artwork released?
Let us fight together.
You need to find the artist
We mean you no harm.
and see if you can find them on, like if they've got the stuff released on Soldiers Inc.
Discovery of our era.
Some of them they have, but really not a lot of this
Answers to
stuff.
mankind's time 98%.
Yeah, I'll just
Mike
skip
Monster
through
says, "What is this even from? I missed the memo."
So this is from the same developer as Raid Shadow Legends. This is an older browser-based game they had called Soldiers Inc., which I think you could play on Facebook. I think it was just a browser game.
Yeah.
And they did an Alien versus Predator crossover event as well, which had some really cool artwork, but it's just very, I don't know, not a fun-looking game either. Yes, this is official.
For 10 lifetimes of work. Research. Eliminate the Yautja hunting party and secure the next. Lose control of them. You've seen what they can do.
Oh, we got that classic alien there, of course.
There's not much time. Disable the device.
Gotta have it in there somewhere.
Yeah.
The naturally reproducing
See, that's a cool queen piece right there.
And for that, we need a queen. Here's where you come in, so I can perform some tests.
Yeah.
Expect heavy Yautja resistance. The xenomorph reproductive cycle. Analysis of the
Reminds me a lot of the style of the artwork for Prodos and stuff, you know.
He's requested that we clear
Yeah,
out
that-
Their box art.
That
Like that.
looks cool there. They have another weapon sarcophagus in the pyramid.
Excellent work. Excellent. Came for. Eliminate any resistance and destroy.
Fortunately for you, yours.
Oh yeah, and this was the final cinematic that was on someone's art station, but they took it down.
Use what you have to mop up here and remember to duck and cover
I don't
when the
remember seeing
fireworks
this.
start. If you'll excuse me, I've got to jump on a flight to Tokyo. There's a certain Wayland rival I need to outbid.
Yeah, it was this bit.
Did you never get it saved?
I don't think I did. So if anyone ever did save this video, I suppose I could message the artist, but I mean, they took it down for a reason, so. It's just the pyramid getting nuked. Anyway, we'll switch back to a raid, I suppose.
No need, Christian. We should just have a look at it at some point when it comes out. You gonna do one last thing and then
Yeah.
we'll play something interesting next week.
Yeah, we will. Sorry,
And,
guys.
and then we'll have a quiz the week after. I'm so excited for that. Ending the year on a quiz show.
Okay.
One more run, Adam.
One more run. All right.
It's like you
Let's try
said,
this new environment.
at least some of the design.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know if I would recommend this, personally.
Oh, Adam, somebody's made a cool replica of Dex Shuriken.
Oh yeah, like a
Yeah,
3D
some
printed
re-
thing or something.
I'm not sure if it's 3D printed or not, but Mike Encio on the Hunter's Lair, he even got it on one of those like magnetic levitation
Oh, that's cool.
display stands.
Thank you, Scatty Gemini. Am I saying that right? Is it
the
Scatty or
tag to it?
Skatey?
Was he tagged yet?
What?
We'll go have a look.
Oh, I think it's the link that talks about it. Not
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Or no, it's Scatty Gemini. Is that it?
Yar says, always cool to hang in the chat despite the game. Yeah.
The bad boy 42 Scatty Gemini. I said it right. Okay, good. Bad boy 42087 says, you just playing raid for the AVP? That's right. I've never touched this game until the Alien and Predator crossover, and I probably will not continue with it. I just you know, I like Alien and Predator, so they can get me with that. That's all you got to do is just add an Alien and Predator and something, and I might be a little interested for at least a second.
Nostalgic says, not sure if there's anything legit to it, but I've seen that Blomkamp Starship Troopers is allegedly still happening. I'll believe that when it happens.
Christian Perez, thank you for joining us on the stream.
Indeed. Thank you. See you next time.
But come on, we had to do it. We had to at least do it for once.
Yeah, just to see what it was like at least.
I don't know. Does anyone in the chat play this game? Am I like not in the good bits yet, or?
It just seems like there's nothing to it. It just feels like, again, brain rot.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe I don't get the brain rot. I mean, I bet there's people that play this game on auto on double speed, and they're not even playing. They're just leveling up their shit. And I bet they spend money too.
I can't imagine spending money on it, you know? Xenosaurian says, why does the alien turn invisible?
I don't know.
Says the alien swallowed the Predator's invisible, of course.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but then, you know, I can't even remember the character's name. I was going to say Royce, but it's not Royce, is it? McKenna, that's it. McKenna doesn't turn invisible. He just poops it out like a week later or something.
Is it a bug? Is it supposed to be the Predator turning invisible?
That'd be funny. Unless his perk is to turn his allies invisible.
Yeah, he could be cloaking his allies. I don't know.
Bad boy plays and he's level 97. Says it's a real grind.
Okay, well, is it fun? Like, do you like it?
Is it fun?
I mean, I ain't hating. Like, I just don't know if I personally... It's not my kind of game, you know.
Greg says you just didn't watch the tutorial, Adam.
No Style Dutch says the Alien and Predator lore for the game was cool, at least. That was cool. They, like you said, Aaron, they wrote that well.
Whoever wrote that had fun with it. I do not doubt that that person was very much into the series.
Badboy42087 says, I do like it, but I've been playing since 21. So, when did this game come out? How long has Raid Shadow Legends been a thing?
Let's have a look. Raid Shadow Legends. 2018.
Okay, so that's a little while ago.
Very long while ago. Raid Shadow Legends is a fantasy-themed turn-based role-playing gacha game.
Gotcha. Gotcha money.
The game has received substantial attention for its aggressive advertising campaign, most notably its sponsorships of a number of YouTube and Twitch content creators, as well as celebrities such as Ronda Rousey, leading to it becoming an internet meme. In February 2020, 2 tweets were posted by Polarium customer support agent on Raid's Twitter feed claiming that Raid does not sponsor, but rather cooperate with YouTube creators gaining online attention.
Oh, please.
For potential violations of FTC rules requiring payments for endorsements from being disclosed to the public.
I think these trolls are gonna kill me here. Yeah, we are burning the bridge of any potential future Raid, not sponsorship, but what did they fucking call it?
Cooperation, Adam.
Okay.
says, you guys like Terminator 2D Dark Fate? Didn't hear anybody hating on it so far. I brought the collector's box. I need to buy that. It looked fun.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting it. It does look really cool.
Would you like to see that kind of thing for like an Alien thing? You know, since we had like a bunch of the AVPs, we had the since we had a bunch for Alien 3, we had the AVP SNES one, Alien Infestation, very much kind of that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still think they should just re-release the Infestation. You know.
Oh, that game! I need to finish playing that on stream as well, or do another Sunday playing that.
Bad Boy 42087. Do you know how to build your champs? I do not. I was trying to figure that out. You just equip them with like different items, and you upgrade them in the tavern. Is that right? Maybe you can help me. Maybe we can try and make this a little interesting here.
Maybe this is why you need it on auto, Adam, because the game knows
Yeah.
what it's doing.
I'll speed it up. We'll get through this battle. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Mike says, I heard the new T2 game is only about an hour long though. That's a shame. I hope it's priced accordingly if it is. To be fair, I don't buy a lot of games until they're on sale these days.
I heard that last Terminator game was quite good. These guys are probably going to kill me. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay. Okay, so guide me here, bad boy. How do I upgrade my characters? Is it the tavern?
Xenosaurian said, who would have thought a Xeno and a Yautja would fight side by side?
Or is it this stuff?
Greg says the blast for me.
Okay, so then I just equip that helmet, right? Like, I'm just embarrassing myself now. Okay.
Why are you... Why even bother? You're never going to play this again.
Okay, so I equip that ring and then I upgrade the ring, right? And that upgrades the character? Like, is it all just done through their equipment? Okay, so I need this currency to unlock another... I gave him this ring, though, which should... It boosted his HP quite a bit, I guess, and his attack.
Xenosaurian says, I guess they're trying to tell us the next AVP won't be Alien versus Predator, but rather Alien and Predator.
Okay, so there's skills here. So he has another a Yautja cloak. Okay, so I need these... I need this purple star currency, whatever that is.
That will be £30 for 2 purple stars, please.
Okay, so I want my gloves here. So crit damage, you said? Okay. Okay, so I could equip his gloves. And I have 9.22 million coins somehow, so okay. See, this is the part people get into, I think, is the character building aspect of it.
This is the bit that bores me. Like my workmates used to really struggle to get me into games like what was that Ubisoft game where it was in post-apocalyptic kind of world, or what was it called? I don't know, stuff with RPG elements in it makes me be like, nah, I'm good.
It depends on the game. Like, there's been RPGs I've really gotten into, but this is not the usual kind that I get into.
Oh, Adam, did you see the news about the new Starship Troopers game?
No, there's another one? I thought that was just like
Yeah.
new content for the current one that's out.
No, so they're doing like a retro vibed Starship Troopers shooter by the same people who did the Warhammer one. That was like a classical vibing shooter called the Ultimate Bug War. I can't wait for that. Early 2026 it's coming out. Yes, Greg, The Division, that's the one I'm thinking of. I played like 3 or 4 hours in it and I was like, I can't stand this game. I'm sick. I just get bored so quickly trying to min-max stuff.
Well, thank you for trying to guide me here, bad boy. I think if I do continue with this, I will need to watch a more extensive YouTube tutorial or something. So what were you saying wouldn't work? Wouldn't work? The gauntlets here? We have glyphs. No idea what the glyphs are. Yeah, so this I assume this is what people get into, is the I'm really selling Raid Shadow Legends here.
I could not be more fucking thrilled at him. Oh my god. Come on.
Well, okay, I guess that's it for the stream today. But thank you for joining us, folks. I hope you at least got some entertainment out of seeing the alien and the predator in this game.
We do have a fun thing coming tomorrow, though.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm releasing the interview with Britain tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow, huh? That's nice. 2 podcasts pretty quick in a row there.
3.
3.
The motion tracker, Alex Wyatt's interview, Britain's interview tomorrow. The week after is going to be Paradiso, because I finished that this morning. And I've just got to get our Eternal episode done in time for the last Monday in the month. So this should be a month of weekly releases. Five episodes in 5 weeks in a row. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that is quite impressive, Aaron.
So check back in to the YouTube or the website around about 5 PM GMT for the Britton Watkins interview. That's the guy who developed the Predator language in Badlands.
Are those YouTube channels, bad boy? I will check those out. I'll at least give the game a fair shot. I don't know.
I respect that.
But props to their artists, guys. Polarium artists, you guys rock. You know, both from this and from Soldiers Inc. Hope to see you on more projects. But anyway, thank you again for joining us, folks. As always, check us out at our main hub of activity, our website, avpgalaxy.net. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your Sundays.